my beautiful Librans, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for May 2023. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I'll never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Librans, this is your monthly reading for May 2023. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to make you aware, May is a pretty monumental month astrologically. Now we have 3 major events to look out for. The first major one is the full moon eclipse on the 5th of May, and it's in the sign of Scorpio. Now eclipses, they tend to bring a bit of chaotic energy, so you may feel like it's hard to concentrate and you may feel a little bit exhausted and more sensitive than usual. It can also bring tremendous change in our lives. Now, being in the sign of Scorpio, this can indicate clandestine changes behind the scenes. On a global scale, you may notice that some things that have been kept hidden from the collective start to surface during this time, and you may only get the tip of the iceberg in May, and everything starts to become a lot more apparent by the end of the year. On a personal level, it may drain your energy initially, but it actually encourages you to make powerful changes in your life, and changes that you may want to keep to yourself until things are fully realized and you're happy to share what you've accomplished. Now, whilst this is exhausting, the eclipse can change your energy, it will offer you a portal of self-knowledge so that you can confront things that you've outgrown and declutter your life. Now, that can really affect your diet, your exercise routines. You may even declutter your home space and try to reorganize. Now, on a global scale, you could see some shocking events occurring during the month of May, especially in the arena of the financial sector as we are entering into Taurus season. Now, Taurus, of course, rules money, acquisitions, savings, pensions, inflation, financial structures, and alliances. And we're already seeing a major shift on a global scale towards a digital currency. So you may hear more about that in the news, in mainstream news, if you actually watch that anymore. And if not, then you may find your way to information like that. Now, of course, Taurus season already occurred. It starts in April as we move into May. So you may already be seeing these influences occurring. Now, Mercury, it goes direct on the 15th of May. This is very positive. You may have noticed as Mercury has been in retrograde for some time, you may have found during the Mercury retrograde that you found concentration a little bit scattered. You may not have been able to find the exact word for things. You may also notice that electrical appliances have been either breaking down or having some glitches, or you may have even noticed that your internet is dropping, or there's been problems with cell phone networks and blah, 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 all of those things. That can be attributed to the Mercury retrograde. Now, of course, Mercury going direct on the 15th of May is very positive. It's a perfect time to give a presentation or take an appraisal at a work environment, or even give a pitch to some sort of project that perhaps you're figureheading or trying to launch. Also, if you're trying to buy any electrical equipment, after the 15th of May is a brilliant time to do that. You won't have to return it. There won't be any problems with it, no glitches. Also, it's worth noting that Jupiter, the planet of abundance, good luck, and good fortune, moves into the sign of Taurus. And as Taurus rules all those financial aspects, on a personal scale, it does mean there's more benevolence, there's more prosperity available to you right up until 2024 next year. So if you're thinking about launching a new business or a side hustle, or you're thinking about making some extra finances through, like, putting products or, clothes or things that you've outgrown, that you don't use anymore, that you've previously loved. You want to put them on platforms to resell them, rehouse them to people who will love them. Going forward, you may actually make more money doing that as well. Now, I do want to give you a little heads up on one of the alliances that could cause a little bit of a problem. Is a problematic shift, shall we say. And just after Jupiter moves into the sign of Taurus, what happens is there is a major alignment, which is a clash with Pluto. Okay, now Pluto is associated with the hidden coming to light, of course, and so we may see some big things that were hidden from the collective start to surface, but also it's a planet that's associated with pandemics. So, and I know I don't want to hear about it either, but I got to give you what I can see with the planetary alignments and the energy. This can indicate that there are developments regarding a pandemic, and that they need to be looked at a little bit closer, or it could even indicate that there's more information available for what we went through. And it starts coming to light, and we can start to see the effects long-term on situations, as well as being reminded of the times that we went through. Now, again, nobody really wants to be reminded of those things. It's about moving forward, trying to get on with life and get by. But because of that alignment, there is the potential that you might see a little bit more news. If you watch the news, you may see a little bit more news regarding the pandemic. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it like that and move on from that energy. I just want you to be aware of it rather than be surprised by it when it pops out there. Now, also, I want you to be aware that the fact that Jupiter is present in this situation this time round, it does suggest an easier time for us all. So it's not negative. Jupiter is a benevolent energy, and it will be available to us all until 2024. And that's when some major restructures start to occur. Ultimately, this period encourages you to detox, and that's body, mind, soul, and food. Really look at the things that you're putting into your body, and also decluttering your space to focus on things that matter for you. You may also find yourself focusing a little bit more on finances because, of course, we are going through Taurus season. So you may look at your budgets as well as protecting all that you've already worked for, and looking especially at where you house your finances and making sure they're not in institutions that are linked by license. Otherwise, you would not be insured for the full amount. So I feel, should there ever be an economic fluctuation, we have already started to see that, and it's been showing up in my readings for the last 6 to 8 months before it's even really started, but it keeps resurfacing. The energy keeps showing itself to me. So I keep giving it to you as well. Forearmed is it forewarned is forearmed. Okay. Anyway, let's move forward. Your second house of value is actually influencing you at this time, my beautiful Librans. And because you've got the Wheel of Fortune, there's a lot of luck available for you in the month of May. Now, Jupiter being present actually means the collective are going to be a little bit more luckier than usual. But you've got lots of synchronicities in your reading. You've got double Wheel of Fortune. You've got double Strength card. So very, very exciting times where you're moving ahead on something. You're going to have lots of lucky breaks in the month of May. Now, this card literally says changing cycles, and because your second house of value is really influencing you, you may be looking at areas of your life where you feel you've given away your power, or you've undersold your skills, or felt you are undervalued by others. This period gives you an opportunity to readdress the balance and find confidence to step into your power. And some of you may be literally changing lanes in life, maybe moving into a new sector, or actually relocating to a new environment. Could be a new job environment, could be a new apartment or house if you're lucky enough to have that, or it could even be that you're moving across country to another part of the country, relocating or emigrating, because I definitely see lots of movement here. And of course, it's no accident that the Wheel of Fortune here has a big old map in the background there. You've got the Chariot card, which indicates there's perhaps a move bubbling up for you. Maybe you've been thinking about this, or you've been really going deep within to see when is the time. What's the right time for you to move either to the countryside, to focus on living a little bit more connected with nature, growing your own foods. I'm really picking up that energy in this reading, and it may be something that has been on your mind for quite some time. Now, of course, the second house of value is really about influencing your everyday and investing in yourself as well. Your 8th house takes over from that, and your 8th house is all about transforming your finances and, of course, your love life. So you may be super focused on your financial goals, your repayment plans, savings, pensions, and credit cards. It's a double whammy because we're going through Taurus season, of course. So you may want to refocus your budget. You're actually attracting more prosperity into your life. And equally, if you're in a relationship that you really need to reignite that spark, this is the perfect time to explore new ways to bring that energy to your relationship and bring that passion back. For those of you who are single, this is also a perfect time to adapt or change your approach, shall we say, to the dating scene and get yourself out there to meet someone new. I definitely see that there is a very strong potential to meet a Virgo or a Leo in your, a little bit of Aquarius as well there. A little bit of Cancerian energy too, but I definitely see if you're looking for love, there is a potential to meet someone. There's an invitation here where you'll meet someone in a group setting, and there will be a high-level commitment moving forward with someone in that group setting. Now, the Wheel of Fortune indicates you are turning things around. You are changing your circumstances. You're trying to be really positive, and you're in a cycle of opening yourself up to a new chapter. I know that's like... they're actually showing me a compass in the water. It's very similar to the one that they're showing me right now. It does look a bit similar to a compass, but they're actually showing me one with northeast, west, south there. So some of you may have been thinking about your direction, changing direction in life, or thinking about whether you're on the right track. What I can see here is that if there's something lacking from your life, I feel like you're discovering what that is, and you're actually attracting it, or you're actually implementing it in your life. So I don't feel, I feel like you're coming out of your comfort zone in some way in your life, and I feel like you're moving ahead. Some of you may have been feeling a little bit isolated or just tired of the everyday, really frustrated, and I feel like you're searching for inspiration. You'll definitely find that in the month of May to move forward on your projects. This is a big month for illumination and actually for more energy. So if you've been feeling that you've been exhausted, you've been burning the candle at both ends, this is a perfect month for you to recharge your batteries, because the energy of May slows everything down. You know, Taurus season is a very long, languishing season where it's more about quality over quantity. So it slows the pace for you to be a little bit more aware of life, yourself, your needs, and you really like treating yourself. So even if like you're in the store in the month of May, you may feel a little bit more compelled to treat yourself and say, you know what, I know things are a little bit more expensive than usual. I definitely see you keeping a tight rein on your budget here with that Chariot card energy. But I see some of you going, you know what, that's on deal, and I really fancy something a little special for myself. I see you actually treating yourself in the month of May, and that's what Taurus season really is about. It's about, luxury, or, being able to treat oneself with a little reward from time to time. Now, with the Sun card and the Page of Swords, I feel like you are investigating things in your life that bring you joy, that bring you energy, that help you, transcend and be aware of any blockages in your life. There may be something on your mind right now that you're investigating a little bit further, and you're trying to get a little bit more clarity on it. This could be a move, or it could be a new chapter in your life that you are trying to implement. It could even be a new way of working. There are things in your day-to-day schedule that you really don't like, I definitely see a way of you trying to work around it, or try to cut it out, or delegate it in some way so that you don't have to do it. And I feel it just brings a little bit more pleasure, but at the same time, it streamlines your energy so you can focus on the important things. If there's like, bureaucracy at work where there's certain things that need to be filed, or certain paperwork that needs to be done twice, saving it down in one file, then in another file, you may actually find an electronic program or a more efficient way to deal with it. They may even bring a new program, electronic program into your working environment where you may have to learn new skills, but at the same time, it brings more efficiency into your working day or into your day-to-day. It doesn't have to be in your working environment. If you work for yourself, you may find a way to be more efficient. And if you're retired, I feel like you're not wanting to waste time. You're actually wanting to focus on the things that really bring you joy. And I feel I feel time is a factor here, and you're really looking at your direction. I do feel like you're headed in the right direction, but you may have felt a little bit like you're in limbo, or a little bit lost, or just a little bit like, what I'm picking up from this Sun card is like sometimes you have a major dip in energy and you don't know why. So I feel some of you may be actually trying to investigate that. Now, it could be something that you're investigating with a GP practitioner, your doctor, or someone who is in an industry that can help you with that. It could be diet related. You may be looking at food substances that really make you feel lethargic or give you some sort of reaction, and you're trying to identify what it is, and then you're cutting it out so that you can just be a little bit more mobile, or a little bit more feeling like yourself, have a little bit more energy and more. I feel like you have to be self-disciplined, whatever this is. So it may be something that you really like. Could be, could be something simple like sugar, chocolate, and you're trying to eradicate it. It may tempt you, but I feel like you'll find a way to avoid it, and use natural substances to give you the energy and the sort of natural sugar hit that you need, okay? Now, with the Sun card, this is really about trying to see the positive aspects of life. You may be looking at the world at large and thinking, you know what, there's a lot of negativity out there. And whilst you're aware of it, you may be looking at how can you change circumstances. Now, on a global scale, you may not be able to change those circumstances. You are one person, but you may join some sort of group, or you may join some sort of charitable event that helps in some way. So I do feel like you're doing your part in whatever shape or form that is. It could be that if you are connected to like a community event in some way, you may actually like gift some stuff that they can raffle, or it could be that you have a bring and buy to raise money for a charity. I definitely see something where you're trying to help, and you feel emotionally rewarded by that, but you're not doing it for that. I feel like you want to change your part of the world to do your piece. That's what I'm getting there. Now, the Sun card does mean abundance. You're attracting abundance. And to have these two cards as your first starting cards, that indicates you're attracting a lot of good stuff into your life this month. It's a very positive month where you're very empowered. You've even literally got the empowered card. But the Page of Swords indicates that you may have some new ideas that you haven't really explored yet. There may be a hidden talent that you suddenly discover that you could actually turn into something that you enjoy doing long term, and there may be some financial recompense for it. Now, I'm saying long term here because it may be something that you have to pay for to do in the first place. So for example, if you love painting, you're going to have to buy the canvases, buy the paints, buy the, all the instruments, painting brushes, all of those things that go with it. So you may have to give out some money before you make some money on the thing that you really enjoy doing. And I definitely see it being something long term that you invest in, and it actually brings a lot of success. So some of you may be thinking of second streams of income, or trying to use your voice or your expression, your creative expression, to do something a little bit more interesting in your world that brings finances attached to it as well. Now, the Page of Swords is an interesting card because it can indicate that, fresh new ideas, new perspectives on old ways of doing things. So even if you decide to stay where you're at, even though we've got the Chariot card in the resistance position, some of you may be looking at where you work if you're in a working environment, and you may be like, you know what, I got lots of ideas and I want a staircase. I want to go to the next level. And if you feel there's a glass ceiling, or you feel there's a lot of office politics, and you think, you know what, you're just standing alone here with lots of ideas and no one's taking you seriously, you may decide to investigate by seeing if there's any other opportunities out there, putting your resume out there to see what you can catch. And I feel like there's a big old celebration at the end of the month. If you're looking for a new opportunity, one comes on in. I feel there is a potential where there is a perfect opportunity for you, but the money's just not right. You can negotiate a better deal. Maybe that you can go for the interview and say, I can see the money that you're offering here, but actually I am very good at what I do. I have the skills and the talent to back it up. Give me a chance, but I won't work for a certain, less than a certain amount. Obviously, if you are wanting money at this level, aim for this level, tell them this level, because they'll negotiate you down, no doubt, and you'll actually find a little level that suits you. It may not be exactly what you ask for. I see it's just under what you ask for, but I do see that you'll barter them up. it's more than what they were giving. That's what I see. Okay, let me just pull a quick card on that. It gives you an opportunity to express yourself. You have a beautiful mind. When you get the Page of Swords, this indicates that you are someone who is extremely intelligent. And some of you may even think about going back to school to enhance your skills this month, or to learn a little bit more about your craft, or learn something that really makes you happy. It could be a hobby. It doesn't have to be like a skill that you implement in your job or the workforce. You know, it can mean something that really brings you joy, something that makes you excited to get out of the bed in the morning. We've got the World card. Something could be coming to an end for you. I mean, the World card is literally to learn lessons or complete a goal or a cycle. So you're going to be very, very productive this month, getting stuff done. And if there's something you don't know about, you're going to investigate it. You're not going to stop until you get the job done, or you're not going to stop until you actually find out the information. The World card indicates you're going to reach your goal, and you're going to be in the right place at the right time to receive abundance and reward. And with the World card, some of you could be thinking about emigrating, or looking at what the broader world has to offer for you. When you get the World card, it does tend to mean that the universe is lining things up for you. It's an end of a cycle, and you're entering into a new phase that is going to be very lucky and very lucrative for you. And it all starts in May. Now, this could start with an idea that you've got. It could start with a communication that you get, because they're actually showing me an envelope in the water right now. So that can indicate, well, pages, they do bring news. So I feel like you may be, after a piece of news comes in, you may be eager or curious about it, and, you know, you'll do your calculations. It's something that, you know, you definitely want to pay attention to. And I feel you're going to notice lots of moments where there is luck for you in May. Things just work out in your favor, okay? I would say you're going to see lots of numerical synchronicities. Pay close attention to those. In particular, 1313. 1313, of course, is a number that indicates a lot of change for the positive. It also indicates, you know, breaking all habits, releasing yourself from any stuck energy so that you move forward and you move towards a goal or success, okay? Some of you may have gone off grid for a little while, withdrawn in order to work on something, and you may have been feeling a little bit isolated. You may have been feeling a little bit lonely. Even if you're working in a company, you may be thinking, you know what, you just feel like there's cliques in the office, and you may feel that you're on the outside sometimes looking in. These people, I see them looking at your talent, and you actually show them up, is what they're showing me. They can't really hold a candle to you. You have lots of ideas, and I would watch out. I would keep your ideas to yourself, because not everybody has your back. I would say that some people, they won't be able to steal your ideas per se, because they just don't have what it takes to run it to its full course. They could try and pinch like one or two ideas, but they would be found out. They would be exposed as not really having the longevity that is required to action these ideas that come from you. So you will actually show your talent. You're going to be noticed for what you do. And if you're not in a working environment, you know, you may hear of like somebody in your friendship circle who mentioned something that you mentioned many months ago that you were going to do. So for example, if you were going to, you know, move to the country, set up a farm and save animals, right? You may hear your friends say, oh, you know what, my long-term dream is to buy a property, a farm in the country, and have lots of animals and save the animals, and that's been my dream. And you're like, that was my dream. Okay, we can both have the same dream, but I feel this person is in some way trying to emulate you. Now, that can be flattering, of course, but also there's just a little bit of energy with this person, one-upmanship, okay? It's almost like they see you as someone who has got it all going on, and they want to be more successful. I'm just going to call it how it is, how I get with the energy. They want to be more successful, or they want to get there first. So just watch out for that. I think you know who this person is. Just take a step back and watch, okay? This person will reveal themselves and their energy, and yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that. It's not really anything detrimental. It doesn't impede on your life in any shape or form, but it may make you feel a little bit frustrated. Like, really? You know, it's the sort of person where you're like, if you said, my beautiful Librans, oh, you know what? I've been having this like incredible headache for a couple of days. They're like, oh, me too. Or they might say, if you say, oh, you know what? I've had really strange arthritic pains in my fingers recently. They're like, oh, that's nothing. The other day I had this. They're always dismissing Okay, they dismiss your energy, or they feel like theirs was worse. Okay, so that's just coming up as a little minor frustration for you in the month of May. I feel like you'll move away from this person anyway, but this person's very immature and they see you actually as a role model. But I feel like there's some neuroticism that goes along with this person, and they haven't found their true selves yet. So they're almost emulating you because they haven't really gone on a journey of discovery to spiritually evolve. So, I feel, yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. Now, that's not going to resonate for everyone, but that's just coming through. It could be even someone at work or someone in your community. If you're retired, you just may notice some like little things. Okay, now we do have the empowerment card. It's the Chariot card. It's in the resistance position, so you may have been feeling very exhausted or tired, or just feel like your journey has come to some sort of stalling point, or you may feel something's not working out in the way that you're hoping for. With this card in this position, again, there's a compass. Okay, there's a compass right there, so that's really interesting. I was going to say you may feel like you've lost direction in some area of your life and you've been having trouble with that. You're going to withdraw for a little period during the month of May in order to get straight on the next part of your journey. And you're going to have lots of ideas, lots of clarity. You're actually going to recharge your batteries, and the universe actually steps in for you. They actually help you move forward. So you're going to have a lucky break. If you're thinking about, and I don't think you're giving up on something, I feel like you're just exhausted, chipping away at something. And you're like, gosh, it's never my time. It's never this. It just doesn't seem to work out for you. But in the month of May, the wheel, Lady Luck, is spinning in your favor. There's lots of fortune. And of course, you've been navigating the ups and downs of life. That's the cycle of life that we all have to go through. But I feel there's going to be lots of circumstances where you start to realize there's an otherworldly force guiding you towards something that you truly desire. Okay, you've put a lot of work in. All of this is you, but the universe is giving you a little helping hand in the month of May. There's definitely a lucky break here for you. Now, some of you may have started driving lessons. It's going to go really well. There may be a little wobble in the middle where you're like doing really well for a long time, and then all of a sudden, you have to learn about, you have to learn about roundabouts, or you have to learn about 3-point turns, or, parallel parking. There's going to be something there that makes you feel really frustrated. Okay, that's what they're showing me. It's just a moment. It's almost like if you have 6 lessons that go really well, there's going to be one where everything just does not go in your favor. Okay, it's almost, you may feel, oh, I'm taking 5 steps back, but actually it's just that one lesson where your brain is trying to calibrate everything and put all the knowledge together, and it just feels like there's a moment where it's like, oh, it all went wrong today, or it's just one occasion, and then you're going to be plain sailing. So if you're learning to drive, good luck. I definitely see you passing. There's a celebration at the end. Have confidence in your wonderful self. Everyone started from the very beginning of everything they ever did. Okay, so remember, we're all learning, we're all students of life. Some of you may be picking up a new job, or starting something new, maybe even a new project, because pages, they're curious about new opportunities or new chapters, and something that maybe you've been putting off for a little while starts to pick up pace and starts to move in the right direction, overcoming any obstacles. You've been in a transition phase, I'm being given, and it's being giving you an opportunity to explore all your options. Okay, you're going through a deep period of evolution as well. This card indicates your dedication, your commitment, and your energy. It will pay off. There is success here, but you may have to be really disciplined this month and sort of take a step back. And nobody likes to hear this, but there may be something that you have to do, or you have to focus on this month, and there may be an invitation that comes through that you're like, you know what, I really love to be able to go to this, but you feel like you have to work and do something else, and you may feel a little bit like, oh, but actually you're going to get your work done quicker than you thought, and you're going to be able to take up the invitation. So I feel like you're going to reshuffle some things around in order to make your schedule work for you. Now, this card of empowerment in the resistance position, it really does connect to your second house of value, and looking at where people try to underestimate you or try to drain you of your energy or even derail you. And I feel like you're getting closure on those situations because you're evolving to a position where you're going where they just cannot reach. They can't join you on that part of their journey because they don't have the skills, they don't have the talent or the commitment or the drive to get to where you're going. And that's okay. Okay, sometimes it is lonely at the top. There is that sentence there, and I do get this sense that you are bold enough to get to where you want to go. So whether that's at the top of a company like a CEO, or you're moving into a management position, people may look at you differently. People that you worked with before that you considered your comrades or your friends, your the people you work with. They may look at you differently because now you have a new status. Equally, if you have lots of friends, you're all in the same boat, and suddenly you set up your own business and it's very, very successful, there may be some of those friends, not all, but some people may look at you differently. They may go, oh, you got lots of money, maybe you can pay for everything. Or they go, okay, you got your own business, you think you're better than us. There's this energy here of things shifting for you in the month of May. Just look out for the dynamics. Remember, those who, your true people, they have your back. No matter what changes go on, they support your journey. So instances like this are there to really sort the wheat from the chaff. Who's got your back and who does not? Now, we do have the Hermit energy with the Chariot card. So this indicates that there's been a pause or something stagnant in your world, and it's made you feel very alone. Some of you may have been trying to put a big old smile on your face even though you're struggling. So I'm sending you a huge hug out there, my beautiful Librans, especially when we got the Chariot card and the Hermit. Some of you may be looking at financial difficulties. You may have been going through those, noticing that the price of everything is going up, and you're trying really hard to afford the price of living going up, things like that. And I definitely see that you're going to reshuffle things around. You're going to find really good deals, or you're going to find better ways of using the money. So for example, if you went to one supermarket and they're always charging extortionate prices, you're going to go to more like either a farmer's market, or you're going to go to a supermarket that has a less price. I definitely see you finding better deals in the month of May, okay? But it may require you looking around, is what they're showing me. Now, the Hermit energy, some of you may have disconnected from your sense of self. You may have not had time to really connect to meditation or a period of reflection. I feel this month you will find a little bit more time for you. You're going through a period of spiritual evolution, and I feel you're changing your journey, and it's going to heighten your vibrations to be in a more positive frequency to attract more abundance. The Hermit energy is an important card because it can also indicate that some of you may be thinking about going solo in your life, whether that's you're currently in a relationship that's not working for you, or you feel a business partnership is not working for you, or where you work, or even the community that you're with. You may feel, it's not my people. I'm just going to go solo for a little while in order to rediscover myself. Some of you may literally book a spiritual journey, or you may have booked a spiritual journey that was put on pause or delayed for whatever reason, and it gets started in the month of May. There's definitely an opportunity for you to travel and rediscover yourself as well. Now, I feel there's some sort of cycle or pattern that kept showing up in your world. It's ending, and this is because of the full moon eclipse on the 5th of May. There's something here about it was either a repetitive lesson or it was something that just kept showing up. So if you always just feel like, I've always got bad luck, then that's changing for you. If you always feel like you attract people who make you feel, alone, or you always attract immature people who are indecisive, they don't know what they want, I feel like you're changing that cycle and you're entering into a new cycle where you're attracting what you truly deserve and desire. Okay, so that's very, very positive. But the Wheel of Fortune in this position, it can mean that whilst you have been going through a very chaotic time, that disruptive energy is now changing into something more positive. The Wheel of Fortune is actually moving in your favor. For once, I just heard, for once. So that's a very positive experience for you. Let me see if I've got anything more here. Now, I want you to be aware there is a potential for you to increase your finances, but it's easy come, easy go is what they're showing me. I'm going to pull a quick card on that because you have the Wheel of Fortune twice. It can, especially with the Chariot card in this position, it can really indicate that keeping a tight rein of your finances, you know, if you're able to save a little bit of money, great. I actually see you being able to save a little bit of money this month, but it can be easy come, easy go. So I want to see what that's all about. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know regarding this energy you're giving me? Ace of Pentacles, that's the potential of a lot of finances coming on in, the start of something incredible. King of Cups, doing something that you love. The Lover's card, maybe a business partnership. Okay, so I really feel it's basically keeping a tight rein on your budget. I mean, we all have to do it. You know, the prices are going crazy at the moment, and that's not just food. It's like energy. You know, I know nobody wants to talk about it. We all know it's happening, but I feel like you are looking at what you offer for the things that you enjoy. And the Lover's card is almost like choice. You could shop around and see if there's an alternative that, you know, looks like or resembles what you enjoy, but it is a little bit less in price. So also, I feel if some of you have been feeling very isolated and alone, I see some of you coming out of your comfort zone and putting yourself in a situation, a group situation. The Four Wands indicates some sort of going out or being in good company, going out and have fun. Could be even an invitation that's coming through because they're showing me the Ace of Pentacles in connection with the Four of Wands. So invited to something where you will find someone who actually loves you deeply, and it will lead to a higher level of commitment. Have confidence within yourself. I don't care what age you are, because you got the Hermit there. Some of you may be worried about your age, or you may be thinking, you know what, I'm too old for love or too jaded for love. But when love strikes, everything goes out the window. So I definitely feel there's a potential for you to meet someone new in the month of May, but you must also make the effort to put yourself in that circumstance to meet that person. I feel you're doing something for you, either going out and enjoying yourself, and by association you meet someone by surprise, or you're actually invited to something is what I feel. But it could be a hobby, could be something that you enjoy doing, and you're invited to like a group setting. Could be even like a trip somewhere, maybe even a spiritual trip. I definitely get an opportunity here for you to find love and really bond to a person. Now, I also get an energy here of you doing something that you love. And it's your choice whether you make money on it or not. Even if you're retired, you may be like, you know, I'm just doing something I love. But if you wanted to, you could actually make it into a business that brings in extra money. It has a lot of potential to earn. So I would definitely look out for that, a second stream of income or a side hustle in the month of May there. The Lover's card literally means choice or your options, also to connect to your heart. There could be a contract coming on in. I definitely see if you're looking for a new job or a new opportunity, there's a new contract coming on in, because the Lover's card can represent a proposal, something that matches your interests. The King of Cups indicates an authoritative position, something that you will love. You may be stepping into a leadership position where you will respect everybody and hear their voice and really, you know, govern with a gentle, loving hand. At the same time, you're very knowledgeable. You have a lot of smarts. So I definitely see that there could be a creative collaboration going on there, but you're heading up the position or you're in a leadership position with status. Okay. Now, as we come to the outcome, we've got the Strength card twice. Now, what they're indicating here is you having the dedication to see a goal through to the end, that you have the courage to go after it and do something bold. Also, they're indicating self-care routines are a must. Okay, so if you have been burning the candle at both ends and you're feeling pretty exhausted, or you're feeling a little bit tired and you're not sure why, this is about going out of your comfort zone to really identify the source of what's draining your energy, but also to implement self-care routines and to be a bit more disciplined in how you give your energy away. The Strength card is all about durability. You are a force to be reckoned with. You've got your eye on a goal, and I feel like you're going to reach that goal, and you're not going to give up until you reach it. There are infinite possibilities for you to be very, very successful. And with the Strength card twice, you have unlimited resources to aid you in all of your endeavors. So I definitely see a lot of success there happening for you. Now with the Strength card also, it is number 8 in the major arcanas, so that indicates, you know, you looking at yourself and building your strength. So you may be looking at your immune system during this time, looking at the food substances that you connect to, and just making sure that you have a healthy understanding, to have a sensible diet, to bring a little bit more vitamins in. Now, I don't really want to talk about that, but they're actually showing me like vitamins in the water right now. So some of you may be looking at, you know, areas where you feel like you lack certain vitamins, because they're giving me the word lethargy. So maybe they're hinting that there's something perhaps you're not getting in the food substances that you eat. You may be super healthy, but you're missing vitamin D, or you may be super healthy, but you're missing vitamin C. Whatever it is, they're indicating there could be something that you've been missing, and you may identify it in the month of May, and it may be with the help of a practitioner, but I feel you are trying to identify it yourself. Now, we do have the Five of Pentacles here, so I really need to clarify this card because it's the outcome card. I mean, the full outcome card is the Four of Wands, which means celebration. But the Five of Pentacles can be that you're being very conservative. Things are tough right now, but there are potentials or avenues that you can source help, or that you can find an alternative approach to a situation. The Five of Pentacles indicates an alternative form of abundance. So some of you, as I said, second streams of income, you have an untapped talent or a skill that you've got that you've really not, you know, you've got an idea for something, but you haven't implemented it yet. There's definitely the potential for you to do that. If you're going for an interview for a job, do not, how can I put that? Do not draw attention to your weaknesses. Okay, look at what you have to offer that other people just do not, because you're someone who's very talented, you're very gifted. Don't let your doubts override the interview. If you're looking at their criteria of what they want, and you're like, you've got all the ticks, you've ticked all the boxes bar one, and it's a major one, don't worry about it, because I see you having the confidence, and you actually have the skill set. You can actually learn that little thing that they perhaps don't have, that you don't have. I actually see you booking the job, or you getting the job, and you being very excited about it. But don't think about what you lack that they're looking for. Think about what you have that other people don't have, that you can bring to the table. Okay. Now let me just pull a card on that Five of Pentacles, because it does indicate that, you know, yes, things are difficult right now. We can all see it. We can all feel it. So I definitely see that you are trying to restructure your finances, put yourself in a very good position should there ever be a financial fluctuation. I feel like you're still trying to be very positive. Okay. I feel like you are someone who tries to shine a light in the darkness. You have been struggling with something, is what I see here. And you may have seen something that other people don't see, and you may have been struggling because you feel very alone in the information that you know. But we will see here that what you realized or what you witnessed, it could be something at work that you witnessed, whatever you see, I definitely see that you have allies. You have people who support you, and people who've got your back, and the truth will out. The truth will always out. Ten of Swords. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. I'm clarifying the Five of Pentacles here. Some of you may have lost or walked away from a job or a position, but there is definitely a much better opportunity on the horizon for you. We got the Emperor energy, which is business. So some of you may set up your own business, and it's going to be very lucrative. Some of you may even think about leaving a position because you feel there's someone who is abusing their power at your working environment. Now, also, if you just come out of a relationship, or you've gone through a very deep separation, or you ended a relationship and ended badly, and you feel that there's trust issues there, it spun you off into a journey of discovery, and you're about to meet your counterpart. Okay, you're about to meet someone who has a higher level of love and respect for you, is what they're showing me, and someone who wants to plan for the future, someone that you can trust, someone who knows what they want in life. They are a divine counterpart, and they may have their own business, but they've definitely got everything together. What I'm seeing here is you ending anything that's difficult, or ending, and what I mean by that is, you know, you're not leaving something because the going got tough. I feel like something that perhaps you don't want to do anymore or just makes you feel low energy, low vibe, you're approaching it in a different way, and you're at the point of an epiphany. It's like an end of an old way of thinking or an end of an old way of doing something. You're walking away from it because it just isn't satisfying anymore. So that puts you in control. You are demanding more from life. You deserve more, so you're commanding more. So I definitely see you walking away from things that, cause you pain or sadness, or you just feel like, you know what, it's not relevant for my life. It really has no place in my life anymore. So with the Eight of Cups, I see you really walking away from this and letting go of it, and only seeking things that have deeper meaning or put you in a higher vibration. The Emperor energy indicates you're in command of your situation, and you may be being strict with yourself. As I said, there may be something that you like that isn't very good for you, okay, diet related, and you're leaving it. You're actually fully leaving it behind. It's the end of it, and you're going to be very strict with yourself this time, and you're going to stick to it, is what they're showing me. Okay, now if you're stepping into a leadership position, this is going to be a very, very lucrative time for you. People are actually going to celebrate. Your family and friends will celebrate with you. But what I see here with the Five of Pentacles is something isn't good enough, or something that you have kind of been longing for and had difficulty with, that has brought you sadness and sometimes despair and hardship and struggle. It's the end of that. The struggle is over. The Ten of Swords says the struggle is over. You're entering a new chapter now. You're walking away from anything that no longer serves you. And as you can see the eclipse there in this card, it is transformed by the full moon eclipse in Scorpio. So this is a very positive time for you to step into your power. This is literally a card of empowerment also. And you are looking strategically, planning. You have more plans for the future. And these plans are going to be very successful. Maybe a new project. It could be you trying to relocate, or some of you, as I said, it may be you're just restructuring the way you live life. And it's going to be something where you feel more yourself than you have done for a while. With the Four of Wands, it indicates celebration, something really great to celebrate at the end of the month. But I feel like you're going to have lots of moments in the month of May to really celebrate. Four of Wands also has a desire to get out there and have fun, especially if you've been focusing on something, or something's been mulling over in your mind and it's been on your mind for quite some time. The Emperor energy can kind of indicate that perhaps you've been a bit serious because you've had to really focus on something without any distractions, and you just want to kick back, relax, and get out there. Well, the end of May, you're going to have a lot of fun, lots of invitations, and you're going to get out there and have a good time with good people, and celebrate friends. Some of you may reunite with friends that you haven't seen for a while. You may even hear a message from someone, or get a message from someone that you haven't heard from in a while, and as soon as you meet that person, it's like you never left each other's company. That's a good friend. That's someone who really recharges your batteries in a really positive way. There's lots of laughter. This person brings a lot of peace into your life, and I see them thinking about you also, and they're going to message you in the month of May to meet up with you. Now also, some of you, if you're in business, you may want to, well, you will be networking, and you're going to get very important connections this month. If you're in a work environment, you will be noticed by people in positions of power to be elevated. So you may actually go through a major transition period at your work where you are not leaving the workspace, but you're actually transitioning to a new role, or a raise of some sort. I definitely see that something you've been longing for a while, you get good news on it, and you celebrate it. Okay, you're halfway. It's almost like you're at a climax point to reaching your end game or your end goal, but you will accomplish your goals, is what they're showing me, and there's a lot of positive energy around you as well. Now, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Sands of time. Something is reaching an end. Contracts, that's definitely come up there. If you're signing contracts, definitely pay close attention to any small print. They wanted 4, so that's where I'm going for you. We've got the sands of time. Now, these images, they may not be relevant to you right now, but pay close attention to seeing like a timer, a sand timer there. You may see one in the next 4 or 5 weeks there. So it says something reaching an end, someone is slipping away, or time is running out on something. So there may be, you're going to be very productive in the month of May, and there may be some deadlines. I feel like you will hit those deadlines, but there may be a point where you feel a little bit scattered in your energy, or you find it hard to concentrate. You may have to withdraw, take a step back, and really focus in order to get the job done. But I feel like you will meet the deadline, and you'll be able to go out and celebrate that as well. We've got contracts there. Some of you may be literally getting a new contract on a house, closing on a property if you're going into real estate, or you may be thinking about moving neighborhoods and you're going to get the apartment of your dreams within your financial budget. It says here, legal matters, court cases, commitments made, and soul contracts. So if you are looking for love, there's definitely the potential to meet someone with a soul contract that will have a long-term relationship and a very positive effect on your life. Also, if you're going through a court case, I definitely see you getting very good legal representation. And the way I see it is, it's a win. You do celebrate, but it may not be the exact outcome that you want. There may be some element of it being a bit of a disappointment. I don't like to break that news to you, but I got to be honest with you. So for example, if you were going through a court case and you're like, I want $1 million. I'm just giving you like a broad figure, and you win the case, and they're like, okay, what we're going to give you is $700,000. And you're like, I wanted $1 million. But they're like, look, you won. Take the 700,000. It's kind of that energy. So just, I'm not saying it's as drastic as that, but there may be just a slight little disappointment there. And I have to be honest with you because I can see it. Now, we do have psychic reader. Some of you are definitely, exploring your spiritual gifts in the month of May, or you may even seek a spiritual guidance from a psychic reader. Some of you may actually have a booking for a tarot reading, or from a psychic. You may actually have a reservation to see them, and they will see you. Pay close attention to the message that they give you, because they are on point. Let me see. They want me to see something. So they may mention something occurring by October for you. Pay close attention. That's really relevant to you, okay? So they may mention the month of October, or something comes to fruition in October for you, and it's very, very exciting. And also, I definitely see you doing a lot of traveling in the rest of the year. That's what they're going to mention to you as well. So just pay close attention to that. It says gaining confirmation and clarity, having natural psychic powers, and consciously seeking answers. With the Page of Swords, I definitely see you seeking answers or investigating something that you will gain clarity on. So rest assured, you will get the answers that you seek. You will gain illumination and confirmation in the month of May. And also we have breakthrough. Okay, as you can see, lots of energy there. Pyramids, they tend to represent channeling energy in a healthy way, grounding yourself, the four corners, channeling that energy into something that is relevant. So it's about streamlining your energy and not really allowing anything to drain you or derail you. But it's also about channeling excess energy into things like either exercise or something creative, so you don't feel it's all stagnant up inside you. And it says escaping from what controlled you, the breakthrough to success, an important development. So this month is going to be a major month for you in terms of developments that you're going to celebrate long term. You're going to be feeling very happy with the way the month goes for you. Okay, I'm just going to close the reading with some following cards. They want two, so I'll give it. Interesting. They keep saying they want two, so they want two shuffles, but for pretty much every sign, 3 cards is coming out. We've got, I release what doesn't serve me. I release what doesn't serve me. Anything that's, as I said, has been difficult or has, been draining your energy or making you just feel like, I don't want to do this anymore. Sometimes we feel like we're stuck, and circumstances may bind us to a situation for a certain level of time, but we can work really hard to become unstuck and leave a situation. And I definitely see you leaving situations that perhaps have held you back for some time. You're going to leave those in May. I deserve respect. Absolutely. That's really connected to your second house, standing in your power and finding your voice to ask for what you want. I mean, look, it's even number 2 there. You can see that. And finally, we've got, I am responsible for my life. So if something needs changing, you're stepping into your power to come out of your comfort zone and just change it. Okay. Also, I feel like there have been some difficulties recently, and the answers that you seek, you will know what to do in order to overcome those obstacles and be more in control of the movement forward. Okay, definitely lots to celebrate. Now they want me to give you final ruins. We've got, okay, so this one is, oh wow, this is the wood rune. It's all about energy. Okay, it's actually about energy. So this is about positivity, trying to remain as positive as possible. If you've been feeling lost, it's about rediscovering that lust for life. There is going to be a rapport between you and someone new. Okay, there's a deep knowledge between you both. It's almost like you know each other before. Now this could turn into a friend or a romantic partner depending on what you're looking for, is what they're showing me. And also we have destiny. Now this is the dice rune. This is all about things working out in your favor. This is about using your intuition, being on the right path, listening to your calling, and taking a leap of faith. This indicates that there's some good luck here. You're destined to have good luck. You're destined to celebrate something. And I feel like if you've been feeling a little bit lost, your destiny becomes apparent to you. Okay. Also, they're giving me an energy of mystery here. So a lot of signs have been given an energy of working hard in silence, keeping your ideas to yourself at this time, and everything is going to work out in the way that you hoped. Everything's flowing in the right direction. I do see that you are deepening your spiritual gifts this month, and you're going to be really connected to your intuition. There's going to be lots of things that pop up in May where you're like, I knew that. Intuitively, I knew that. And you're not going to gloat about it, but I actually see that you're going to discover that actually your intuitive leanings are on point, and you may even start to discover or even investigate your own psychic powers or your own gifts to see if you can develop them further. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Before we go, they're actually giving me two tandem images. They're giving me the animal, a cheetah, and also a magazine that is the National Geographic. So either you are a photographer and you're going on some sort of retreat where you do photography, you take pictures of wild animals, in particular wild cats. You may get an incredible picture of a cheetah that goes into that magazine, or you could have just done that and it goes into that magazine, or it could be something that you're thinking about starting up. Perhaps you're starting to think about going to photography. Cheetahs, they tend to represent decisive action, going the distance, not giving up on something, and having the courage. You have the gift of perseverance during difficult times. You've got speed, grace, and power on your side. But someone may even gift you the National Geographic as a subscription. I'm not here to advertise anybody's product. I'm only mentioning it because I can't tell you any other way what that magazine is other than mentioning their name. It's got a yellow border on it. That's definitely it. I've seen it in the stores. So it may be something that you've just picked up on a whim. So it indicates that something that was difficult, you're actually going to speed past it this month, and it's going to work out in your favor, and you're going to feel very empowered and very proud of yourself as well. So I'll leave it there. I hope something does resonate. Thank you so much, my beautiful Librans, and love and light.